The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Sticking to the air with Lawrence. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. He's got time. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jayron Kearse has the INT. Hits the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Hopkins.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. Easy.
Lawrence now off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. To the house, touchdown LA. The Chargers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting him on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They put downs in motion right. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Running back sent in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First down, Broncos.
Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
The defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely hit. It's surprising quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will put it into the drive after it's stalled out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Chargers take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Headed out right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Mike Sainristil makes the play.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From midfield now. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Slot man motioned over. They go play action on 1st. This one will be intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Lays out. What a catch. And he's tackled tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Has it downfield, working the left. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA! The Chargers get some late points and the lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Big play pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And he gets it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos tie it in the final minute of the half. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
First down throw, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Man, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence working from the gun. Hits his running back. Takes out a one-stop. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They go play action here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
13, Lou.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Sidney Brown makes the play.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Back to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And it's going to be second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Ferguson there to bring it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And they pick him off again. Mike Sarah still makes the play. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Tight end in motion left. Looking to throw on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He'll throw it. And they pick him off again. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I don't love that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays a 1-score, 8-point game. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 38-yard line.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's on the move. On the move, looking deep down the middle. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Broncos get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Hey, run! Take right open. Go.
Now it's Lawrence. He's trying another one deep. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. Toss to the man. He's headed left. And he will get into the end zone. Only fair. He got them the touchdown, so they let him pick up the 2 as well. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Rolling out to his left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Another throw here on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Back now, pressure on its way. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter, it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And that brings up fourth and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Now a give left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He's brought down.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
He's got room to roam here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Back to the well again. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender. And even more so, the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
That one's incomplete in the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Big play here, tie game, and here comes fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Fits it through the middle. Space past the 35. With a lot of mass on the move here. To the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Vacates quickly left. Oh, big movement here. This is intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lawrence to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
At the 14-yard line.
Decent 24.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first.
3rd down and 10.
Now to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And late in the 4th, we stay tied.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, where he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this one touchdown inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 11.
Setting up to pass. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Red on red.
Here he is to throw. Flush down now to his left. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And it's not over yet. So that's a safety. So we're tied up and now on the doorstep of overtime.
Well, Kane, I got to tell you, if that's not the perfect example that an NFL game can change in an instant.
Yeah, and there were a couple of instants on that play, partner.
We go from a possible touchdown to a turnover to one of the most unlikely safeties our eyes have ever seen. And it all happens in a mere couple seconds. Welcome to the NFL.
Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Still one more in their pocket to use. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Buys time, rolling right. And even with time to process as he ran backwards, Brock, still no idea what's going on. He's indeed going to wind up in his own end zone for a safety. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Lawrence working from the gun. Forced out to his right. And even with time to process as he ran backwards, Brock, still no idea what's going on. He's indeed going to wind up in his own end zone for a safety. So it's a win for the Broncos. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Broncos are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.